And welcome back to our Maths Period. We will continue with our revision of number system chapter. Yes, so let us continue. We will continue with the revision of exercise 1.5. In that, simplify each the following. If you know the question number 2, it is given as simplify. The same question or similar type of questions. I will not repeat the same questions over here. I will take some extra questions as a revision over here. And this concept as well as the sums are very important. These problems are very important not only for your 9th standard, for 10th standard also. Yes, so your concept should be very much clear for this. Okay, so let us continue now. The first sum, 2 plus root 3 in first bracket multiply by 3 plus root 5. How to multiply? Do you remember? Yes, we have to consider these two are nothing but like a binomial. How to multiply the binomial we have done already in 8th standard. The same concept we will use it over here. So how to multiply? So as per the binomial rule, what we will do? We will multiply the first term multiply to the second bracket, and then the second term keep the plus sign as it is, and second term multiply by second bracket. Is it correct? So according to this, what will be your next step? See over here. Yes, 2 is your first term multiply by second bracket. So 2 into 3 plus root 5. Plus sign will be as it is. Second term is your root 3. So root 3 multiply by second bracket, that is root 3 in the bracket 3 plus root 5. Now what will be your next step? Now what is the 2? 2 is like a monomial. Multiply by binomial. How to multiply monomial to binomial? Yes. So for this 2 multiply by 3, and then we can say as what? Plus sign will be as it is, and 2 multiply by root 5. Similarly over here, root 3 multiply by 3 plus root 3 multiply by root 5. So according to that, let us see the next step. Correct. So 2 into 3, you will get it as 6 over here, and then 2 into root 5 is 2 root 5. What will be root 3 into root 3? Yes, 3 is a rational, root 3 is a irrational, so it will be 3 root 3. And root 3 multiplied by root 5 is root 15. Is it correct? Now what will be our next step? Can we add any terms over here? No, this is a very important step. The children will do the further addition and subtraction or multiplication. But here we can't, because for addition, our radicand, that means in a root sign, whatever value is there, that number should be same. Then only we can multiply the rational number which is multiplied with that irrational. But here you can see as what? Here it is root 15, root 3 and root 5. All are different. So we can't add these terms. What about 6 again? Can we add the 6, 2 and 3? No, because 6 is a rational number. But 2 root 5 and 3 root 3 are nothing but irrational numbers. So we can't add. So therefore this is nothing but your final answer. So this is nothing but 6 plus 2 root 5 plus 3 root 3 plus root 15 is nothing but your final answer. Is it clear to all of you once again? Yeah. So let us continue with the similar type of next sum. Next sum, 4 root 3 minus 2 root 2 in first bracket multiply by 3 root 2 plus 4 root 3. You will apply the same method again. That is first term multiply by second bracket and second term multiply by second bracket. So let us see what is the next step then. Yes, so 4 root 3 multiply by 3 root 2 plus 4 root 3. Bracket complete. Minus 2 root 2 multiply by bracket 3 root 2 plus 4 root 3. Correct? So what will be the next step? Yes, the 4 root 3 multiply to the first bracket. So 4 root 3 multiply by 3 root 2. Then 4 root 3 multiply by 4 root 3. Then 2 root 2 multiply by 3 root 2 with the minus sign, and again minus 2 root 2 multiply by 4 root 3. So according to that, what will be your next step? Yes, so 4 root 3 multiplied by 3 root 2 is 4 3s are 12, and root 3 into root 2 we can multiply. 4 plus 3 is 12. Root 3 multiplied by root 2 is root 6. What is the next one? Yes, so 4 multiplied by 4 is 16, and root 3 multiplied by root 3 is what? Root 9. But root 9 is what? It is a perfect square number. Square root of 9 is 3. 9 is a perfect square number, so square root of 9 is 3, so that we will continue in the next step. Look at over here. The next is what? 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and root 2 multiplied by root 2 is root 4. Again, this is 4 is a perfect square number. So in the next step, we will write root 4 as 2. Now see here, the next one is what? This is 2 multiplied by 4 is 8, and root 2 multiplied by root 3 is root 6. Okay, so let us continue with the next step then. That is what? Yes, 12 root 6. The first term will be as it is, but root 9 value is 3. So we will replace this root 9 as what? A 3. Similarly, root 4 value is nothing but 2. Okay, so in the next step, 16 into 3 will become as 48, and 6 plus 6 into 2 will become as 12. Correct? So we have written here 16 into 3 as 48, 6 into 2 as 12. But what about these two terms? 12 root 6 minus 8 root 6. Root 6 is the 6 number is same. So we can add and subtract. So it will become as what? 12 minus 8 as 4 root 6. Yes, so 4 root 6 will remain as it is, but we can 48 minus 12 we can subtract it and write the final answer. So your final answer will become as what? 36 plus 4 root 6. Is it clear to all of you? Can we continue with the next sum, next problem? Let us start. The next problem is nothing but in the bracket 3 plus root 2 bracket square. So do you remember which identity formula we will apply here? Yes, so we will apply the identity formula as nothing but here a plus b the whole square. Correct? A plus b the whole square. What is a plus b the whole square? All of you know that. A square plus 2ab plus b square. Correct? So we will apply this formula over here. That means first term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus second term square. So according to that, what you will get the next step? Yes. So first term is 3. So it will become as 3 square plus multiply by 2 into first term is 3 into root 2 plus second term square is root 2 square. So the 3 square value is what? 9. Correct. 9. 2 into 3 is 6. Root 2 plus root 2 square is nothing but 2. Do you remember this law also? That is square root of a raised to square is nothing but a itself. Therefore, if you take a square root and square it, the number will remain as it is. Therefore, now can we add 9 and 2? Yes, we can add 9 and 2, and your final answer will become as 11 plus 6 root 2. Yes, this is nothing but your final answer. Let us continue now. Yes, the next concept is nothing but conjugate of an irrational number. What is the meaning of conjugate and where we will use it in our problems? So 3 plus root 2. If it is given with the addition or subtraction of one rational and one irrational, the whole number will become as irrational only. And what will be the conjugate of that? So just we have to change the sign. So plus will become as minus. If it is minus, it will become as plus. So what will be the conjugate of 3 plus root 2? It is 3 minus root 2. What will be the conjugate of 4 minus root 3? It is 4 plus root 3. What will be the conjugate of 3 plus root 5? 3 plus, sorry, here it should be what? Here the printing mistake is there. It should be what? 3 minus root 5. Is it correct? Yes. So 3 minus root 5 is a conjugate. So can we see the sums related to this conjugate? Yes. So we have done one concept as what? Yes, rationalize the denominator of the following. Yes, here the first sum I have taken as what? 1 upon root 3. I want to make the denominator as a rational number. Only denominator. Now in that case numerator will be anything. How to solve the sum? So 1 upon root 3, as the denominator is root 3, what we will do? We will multiply numerator and denominator by root 3. So what you will get? 1 into root 3 as root 3 as a numerator, but root 3 into root 3 as what? Root 3 square. So what is a root 3 square value? Is nothing but 3. So therefore you got the final answer as root 3 upon 3. Correct? So we got the denominator as a rational number. Is it clear? Yes. Let us revise the few more sums. Yes, these sums are not a textual sum. These are the extra sums. Once again I will repeat and solve the sums. See the next one similar to the first one, but here the numerator and denominator is different. So what is that sum? The sum is, the problem is given here as 6 upon 7 root 3. Yes, again as we have done the previous sum, multiply numerator and denominator by root 3. Yes, if you want you can write that step over here. Multiplying numerator and denominator by root 3. So 6 into root 3 is 6 root 3 and 7 root 3 into 3. Root 3 7 will be remain as it is and root 3 square. So what will be the root 3 square value? Is nothing but 3. But we can reduce here because numerator 6 is given and denominator 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. So you will get, I have written that step once again over here. 2 root 3 upon 7 into 3. So after reducing that you will get the final answer here as 2 root 3 upon 7. You can see the denominator here as what? A rational number. Let us continue with the next sum. Yes, now here you can see the first question number 3 as what? 1 upon root 3 minus root 2. Here we will use the concept of conjugate. Now you can see the denominator 3 minus root 2. Correct? So 3 minus root 2 is given. So what is the conjugate of 3 minus root 2? Is nothing but 3 plus root 2. So we are multiplying numerator and denominator by 3 plus root 2. So the numerator will be what? 3 plus root 2 as it is. But what is the multiplication of these two terms? Root 3 minus root 2 into root 3 plus root 2. It is in the form of a minus b into a plus b. Is it? Identity formula. Do you remember this? Yes, a minus b into a plus b is what? A square minus b square. So root 3 square is 3. Root 2 square is 2. So numerator will be root 3 plus root 2 as it is and denominator is 3 minus 2 is nothing but 1. So this is nothing but your final answer. Let us see one more sum related to this concept. So the fourth sum is 1 minus root 2 upon 1 plus root 2. Please remember now for this sum, particularly I have taken this sum because in numerator also that type of number is given and as well as in denominator. So what you will take? You will take the conjugate of numerator or denominator. Don't get confused. Always we have to take the conjugate of denominator only. Denominator. Correct? So what I have done? We have multiplied numerator and denominator by 1 minus root 2 because 1 minus root 2 is a conjugate of your denominator. So can you see now what will be the next step? Now numerator 1 minus root 2 into 1 minus root 2 will become as 1 minus root 2 the whole square, and denominator again apply the identity rule formula here as a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Therefore, it will become 1 square minus root 2 square. So 1 minus root 2 the whole square is first term is 1 square. We will apply a minus b the whole square formula. A square, so first term square 1 square minus 2 into 1 into root 2 plus root 2 square. Yes, is it correct? A square minus 2ab plus b square. 1 square is 1. Yes. 2 into 1 is 2. 2 root 2 and root 2 square is 2 again. So what will be the denominator? 1 minus 2, because 1 square is 1 and root 2 square is 2. So let us simplify and write the next step. 1 square is 1 minus 2 root 2 square is 2 upon minus 1. So here 1 plus 2, can you see here the 1 and 2 are nothing but what? A rational number. So just add 1 plus 2 as 3 minus 2 root 2. But denominator is minus, so if I will take it in the numerator, it will become as minus 3 root minus in the bracket 3 minus 2 root 2. Correct? So if you take that minus sign inside, your final answer you will get it as what? 3 plus 2 root 2. Is it clear to all of you? I hope this concept is clear now, because I have taken in the video when I taught this concept the textual sums as well as these are few extra sums. So now you are able to solve these type of sums quickly. Okay. Now these are few homework sums. So please note down these sums and try this all the sums in your book at home. Okay, so thank you so much.